I love yakiniku, Japanese beef, Iberico pork, meat in general, and I thought I found my perfect love here in Japan. But today, I'm gonna show you the place that made me cheat on my favorite restaurant in Japan. That's right, today we're gonna talk about Premium Karubi, the new hip yakiniku all-you-can-eat in town that is aiming for the throne. So let's find out if me cheating on my favorite restaurant was worth it. Now you might wonder, hey, don't be so dramatic. Why do you call it cheating? It's just going to a restaurant. I'm loyal to the restaurant I'm taking advantage of. On that fateful day I had a reservation in the one Karubi. Now I already made a yakiniku video about one Karubi, which you can watch here in the cards, and while it is in fact my favorite restaurant here in Japan, there's one glaring issue with it, and that is you get only one dessert per person, which of course is not enough for a gluttonous vacuum like me. Turns out Premium Karubi has a gelato all-you-can-eat, which is absolutely perfect for the European heart that was craving some gelato deep inside. Question is it any good? On that fateful day I had a reservation in the one Karubi in Tachikawa, which is a little bit west of Tokyo and has a very awesome park. Well, the park was closed because of COVID measures, so we basically took an aimless walk around the suburbs of Tachikawa. I mean, you know it's in the suburbs when the convenience stores start to have their own laundry salons. Anyway, so we walked down this inaka pathway and suddenly there's this glorious restaurant popping up in front of us saying Premium Karubi. Now if you watched my previous yakiniku video, you should know by now that Karubi means beef short rib and is one of the most delicious parts of the cow. And the easy marketing trick of calling it premium of course caught my attention instantly. Especially if the two most beautiful kanji, tabe hodai, are right next to it. So naturally we went there and checked out the menu, and there we saw it. On top of the yakiniku all-you-can-eat, they have a gelato dessert buffet. What? That sealed the deal. That made me cheat. We cancelled the reservation and went to Premium Karubi. As pretty much all you-can-eat yakiniku places in Japan, they have different courses. The cheaper courses including less meat, and the more expensive ones progressively including better and better meats. We of course took the premium course because this is Premium Karubi, right? And we're smashing the touch panel to order every item on the menu. Now I was delighted to see that they have Spanish Iberico Pork, probably the best pork in the world. And if you watch my shabu shabu video where I talk about Iberican pork in Japan, you know why I love it so much. The amazing thing about this restaurant is also that they offer big cuts of steak, which is not very common in Japanese all-you-can-eat restaurants. The disadvantage is though that you have to have a little bit of patience until these chunks of meat cook on the tiny little grill. I'd also argue that while it's amazing to have those steaks, oftentimes the smaller pieces are better suited for Japanese yakiniku, but each to their own, and that is the beauty of these places. You can just eat whatever you love. Did you know you can change the color of the like button by clicking it? Try it out. Also works with the subscribe button. As I said, Premium Karubi is a pretty new restaurant and the new hot shit in town. And you can see that in the interior it is very stylish and modern, with those nice cow paintings on the wall where you can learn about the various cuts of steak. The kitchen is also openly visible, which is always a great sign, especially in a country where cockroaches are a common occurrence everywhere. Service is incredibly fast and nice, and the waiters didn't even feel as robotic as in other Japanese restaurants at times. Like sometimes they started to chat a bit, which I really enjoy. Japanese service usually is excellent, but can feel a little cold and robotic. And here it just felt a bit more personal. The meat quality overall is excellent. I don't know why, but some people have the image that all-you-can-eat places suffer in quality, but that really is not the case here. I'm a very picky eater when it comes to meat, and let it be known, I bless the quality of this meat. Amen. Certified meaty. My favorite cuts were probably the fatty harami, which is a juicy and tender piece of offal, but doesn't really taste like offal, as well as the aforementioned Iberico steak. But the great thing about all you can eat is always the variety, and just try out your favorite cut. Another special thing about this restaurant is that they actually have good French fries. Most fries in Japan are usually soggy, soft, and just pretty terrible overall. For a country that is so excellent with their cuisine, they really suck at making French fries. But this place has crispy, crunchy, delicious French fries. It's awesome. And another great way of eating is the Korean way. You take this piece of leaf. It's not lettuce, I was told. Like, I don't know, it's a vegetable. I don't care about vegetables. You put some kimchi and miso inside of it, as well as some meat. And now the abomination starts. I also put some French fries into that mix too. And honestly, it's pretty rad. My partner in crime in the restaurant was disgusted by the idea. Let me know in the comments if you would try this combination, or if I'm just a crazy lunatic. So we were eating and eating and eating, but there was this thought lurking in the back of our heads. There's something waiting for you. Something good. And of course I'm talking about the Gelato Bar. Just like with the French fries, gelato is usually hard to come by in Japan. And of course they have ice cream and stuff, but it's just different than a classic European gelato. So I was really excited to try this one. And just like the meat quality, the Gelato Bar is amazing. Now I'm not a big fan of fruit sorbet, so I stayed away from that. Give me the dairy. But all dairy gelato was pretty great. I'm talking here about chocolate, matcha, stracciatella, pistachio. Pistachio was also pretty great. Honestly, I was surprised how good the gelato was. I will note, however, they missed the king of flavors, the gold standard. No vanilla. And I was really upset when they were telling me that milk is what comes closest to vanilla. Seriously, how can you say that? Vanilla and milk ice cream is not the same thing. For the love of God, please. Enough rant. I could live without the vanilla, it was pretty great. So, was the cheating on my love one Karubi worth it? Honestly, yeah. Yeah, it was. The premium was not a marketing lie, as I gotta give it to them. Is it the new king in town though? I'd probably need to go another 10 or 20 times at least, for scientific purposes, to determine that once and for all. As it stands now, both restaurants are absolute top-notch. Cannot go wrong. On your next trip to Japan, visit both of them, One Karubi and Premium Karubi. Can they please sponsor me with the amount of praise I give them? On the other hand, they always minus on me when I come, so I probably should be thankful that they're not banning me. There isn't much bad stuff to say about this place. The only thing is, open one in Tokyo, so I don't have to travel to the wild outlets of the Japanese suburbs. And get that vanilla gelato, please. Other than that, I can't wait to be back. Even though I probably should pay attention a little. I gained a little weight lately, didn't I? And with that being said, leave a like, drop a comment, and see you in the next video. Sayonara.